Well, I can't believe it. We're doing it one more week. I haven't stabbed him yet. He hasn't stabbed me. It is Caption. This is Bruce and Bob. And I had to fix a light. We're a few minutes late because Bruce, to his own admission, has greasy skin.
Swarthy. I like to call it swarthy.
I love that.
It's a Mediterranean. Like I said, I've never done. This is why I've never done the ancestry, and why I don't think about it or talk about it ever, is because I can't really trace my lineage past my father because his father is a mystery. There are suspects, but nobody knows for sure who my father's father is. So there's a huge piece missing that I could never.
How
find.
much you didn't?
So and my mother's, they're called Sullivan. They're Irish. You know what I mean?
So you're Irish.
Well, half Irish. Like I said, the other half.
I don't think I know you. I don't think I know your. Can we go break the fourth wall? Obviously you got a name. I did a quote unquote stage name when I was in radio, and when I was in radio on AM FM, I was Rob Bocellari, and I went to an FM station, and the head guy there said, "You're not going to be Rob Bocellari." I said, "What do you mean?"
Of course not.
And he goes, "First of all,
it's too long.
First of all, yeah. Well,
not catchy."
So there was a guy. There's a guy that we had named Jay Michaels, the most like radio name you could imagine, and his real name is Gerald. I won't give his last name out. He's retired now, and he goes. The other guy who was coaching me, his name was Dave Ashton. He was Boston, and he goes, "Rob, you remember that big Samoan nurse?" I said, "That what big? Oh, the one who keeps tackling Jay every time he does a van hit. Yeah. Do you want her to know where you live?"
Right.
So they told me to come up with a name, and I came up with my initials. My middle name is Joseph, Rob, or Junior. So I did Jr. And my confirmation name I'm Catholic, is William. So I did J.R. Williams, and I made it the blackest sounding name I could think of because that was my goal.
J.R. Williams in the morning.
I did that.
Playing some Barry White for you.
Oh no, I got in trouble for that too because I would go like this: AM 1230 WFAS, Miss Anita Baker for the love in you.
Right.
And black women were calling.
Right.
And they hated it. They fucking hated it. And they had this guy named.
They're like, "You ain't black."
Yeah. No, back then it was darker.
Let me see your picture.
Like back then.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah. You're not black enough. To have that.
Well,
name
not even that.
And have that voice.
So first of all of a sudden, like
you're no Ving Rhames.
No. So here's what would happen. The first thing was that they had this guy. I think his name was Ken, and he was a head of like production for the entire fucking Northeast. And if he came out and if he showed up, that means you fucked up. And
right, it's like when your district manager shows up.
Right, exactly.
You're like, like unannounced.
Yeah. He came unannounced.
Like it's one thing if they go, "Okay, he's coming for a walk" or whatever, right? But if the district manager just shows up at your store, something is up.
Yeah. So
you're on the radar for all the wrong reasons. No, but like I said, so I can't trace my lineage farther back than that. So I don't even try to, and to me, it's irrelevant.
All right. So I did the test. I spent $300-400, and they told me you're half white, half black. 49% sub-Saharan African, 51% European. I don't know what that means. They said we won't tell you your race. You're human. I always thought race meant you're fucking. Anyways, so
see, that's the thing is. Race, for one thing, race just divides people, but
it's a misused term.
But it's also like
it's a misused term
in today's world that's so misogynized. It's irrelevant. Really.
Misogynized.
There's so many people because, like I said, even the white people in America now, most of them can't claim that if they went all the way back down through the
what do you use to clean your glasses? Because
history of this country,
everything I'm doing is making more streaks.
That you're not mixed somehow. There is no pure white people, or I mean, I'm sure there is, but
go to Sweden, go to
I'm saying,
Iceland.
In this country especially, there's a lot of fucking,
mutts. You're a mutt.
Mixing going on. So
well,
it's irrelevant. It's just left over from tribalism.
All right.
People need to feel like they're part of some group, of something.
I will tell you right now.
And it's like, it doesn't matter.
I will tell you right now that there are purebred people and they've been executed left and right,
Well, yeah.
and they're Koreans. And they're Koreans, and they were killed in the Squid Games.
Yes.
Now, this, I'm going to tell you right now, he hasn't
Don't
seen.
spoil it.
I'm not. Shut the fuck up. This is, you throwing my shit around like it's
I'm
garbage.
only like halfway through.
The Squid Game so far,
It's amazing show.
it's season 1.
It's really good.
So it definitely, I will say this without spoiling it, it's part of a series. It's not going to be one season. Definitely,
Okay.
it's not going to be. It's not
So
going to be
they
one
do
season.
leave it open
Oh yeah.
at the end. They don't
Oh
close
yeah.
it. Okay.
Oh yeah. And it's
See, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be
No.
like, "Fuck."
No, and also some of it is obvious. Some of the the twists are really not that fucking much of a stretch. You kind of have an idea in your head where things are going to go, but they do throw in at the end a couple of twists. You're like, what the fuck? And you're like, oh shit, I did not see that. So that's
don't fuck this up for me, man.
this is fucking this is good. This is a good show.
You've already given me more. Like, I thought it was just gonna be over.
No, it's a series.
But I guess it didn't say limited series.
Well, it says
which
season
is-
1.
No, I'm saying when they have a series that just is over,
Yeah, no.
they usually says limited series,
Right.
and so it's like a multi-episode, big long story.
No, this is good.
But the Squid Game is just the beginning of a
Whole thing. It's
Okay.
a whole fucking cavalcade of shit.
All right.
And it has lots of the twists and turns are not what you would expect. Let's say it like that. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm a negative asshole. We know that. We've joked about it. I don't like a lot of things. I would give this as a whole because, again, some of the twists, some of it wasn't exciting, but then the ending was surprising. I'm going to give it a solid B+, A-. And I'm going to give it an A- because I'm actually thinking that it's going to elevate. Because usually with sci-fi shit, the first season's on rocky ground. But now I do want to watch this again. The other thing I will tell you this, it is not enjoyable to me in English.
I heard that. Everybody said it on the internet, so I just watched it in Korean with the subtitles.
Oh, hold on a second. You know, my back hurts from leaning.
They said that it sounds like a bad kung fu movie.
It does. It does.
That the grammar's all shitty and like.
Why do you do that?
Right,
Why
right.
do you think that would happen
Right,
this
right,
way?
right. So like, I'd rather just read it.
I would rather die than
Right,
like you.
right,
And
right.
you're like,
I'd
what the
rather just read-
fuck
I'd rather
is this
just read.
bullshit? No. So what I watched the first. There's. I'm not gonna tell you how many episodes there are because I'll ruin it for you too. I watched the first half of it in English, and then I said, let me watch it in Korean. And once I saw it in the Korean, I was fucking hooked. I'm like,
You
this
should have
is-
went back and watched it again.
Oh no.
Because I'm sure the dialogue's much better when you read it.
Oh yeah, no. It's there's actually I see. I'll let you see it because
When I started watching it,
I knocked it
everybody
out in 2 days.
was going on and on and on about it. And then so I expected like to turn it on and it just to be like, and for the first like half an hour, I was like, man, this is going real slow, like,
Yeah, it does.
and it was like, I don't see what the hype's all about or whatever. But once they got to the island or whatever, then all the shit started happening. You're like, oh, wait, all right.
Hold on a second, Bruce. Bruce,
I
hold the
see
thought.
what's going on.
I'm looking at my image, and because we're looking back at ourselves all the time.
Right.
My goatee is looking pretty decent today.
You call that a goatee?
I shaved it real thin. I did it real thin.
That's
I
what I'm
like that.
saying. It's like the pencil thing.
Yeah, I like that.
It's the who had that? Did Raul Julia have that?
Raul Julie just had the pencil mustache.
Yeah, okay. No,
Uh,
somebody had that pencil fucking beard.
they did it in Tim and Eric Awesome show where they played the
Yeah,
game
he had
games,
it like
the drawing on with a
it
pencil.
was drawn on with a
With a
pencil. Yeah, like
pencil.
an eyeliner pencil.
I love Tim and Eric. I love
do
Tim and
too.
Eric. They're the
I do
great.
too. No, you know what I've been watching lately
What?
is Check It Out.
Yes,
Brule.
with Steve Brule.
And I'm gonna tell you something right now. Even though you've seen it all before, you still have to laugh.
Oh god.
It's so fucking funny.
When he talks about, he goes, "Now we're
When
going to get
Maria
on a
Bamford
boat."
was giving him a makeover.
Oh yeah, the makeup
he's
and the
like-
hair.
He's like reached over, she's like, no.
yeah. He goes to kiss. He goes,
Yeah, he's like, you're pretty.
"Pretty lady, pretty."
Yeah,
No,
he's
no.
like, he's like, you're pretty. Or when he picked his cousin as the waitress at the restaurant, and he picks her up, and then he brings her back to the studio, and then they're like flirting, and then he realizes that's his cousin,
Oh
and
shit.
he's like, well, fuck.
Hold on a
He
second.
thought he-
I did not.
he
I
thought he was
thought I
gonna get
shared the
laid.
link, and I didn't.
I did to my page. But
Copy.
that show is hilarious, man. And like I said, Tim and Eric, I think Tim and Eric are highly underrated.
Oh yeah, big time.
They put out a lot of stuff, and most of it is quality stuff. Remember Tom Goes to the Mayor? That was okay too.
Tom Goes to the Mayor was good. But the first episode, the cast that they had on those, they had Tenacious D on the very first episode with the Bear Trap
No,
Brothers.
actually, they know a lot of people.
They had who's the guy who does the fuck, he's in the apartments.com commercials. He's
Jeff
in
Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. I only say that because that's the most recent thing that you see him in, those stupid commercials. That was so good.
He did the football voiceover Sunday night.
Yeah.
You know, they have that stupid, you ever watch Sunday Night Football?
Yeah.
They always have that stupid voiceover, like they try to hype up the game, you know, and they always have a different celebrity. And it was Jeff.
Have you ever seen
happened to be Jeff Goldblum?
Did you ever see the one where Jeff Goldblum is reading fan mail and he goes, I want you to rearrange my guts. Rearrange my guts. What would that mean? Oh, you mean like sexually? You want me to go in there sexually? Well, and then you want me to do the scene where I grab Laura Dern's hand and then I talk about all.
You know what's funny is I never realized. But I watched not long ago. I watched the original Death Wish, Charles Bronson.
He's in it.
Mugger number 2 or whatever.
It's Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. It's like, look, it's Jeff Goldblum. Like, it's like, oh wow, I didn't realize that's
Excuse me.
where he started.
Excuse me.
No,
I want you to.
He fucking robs and rapes Bronson's wife.
Oh Jesus! Oh wow! All right, hey, welcome, Adam. Yes, so I am the electronic specialist for the region. I said that to a customer.
Region.
No, so a customer was like wishy-washy.
Take some corporate title that like.
I made it up.
No, I know, but I'm saying like how they call now employees on employees, they're associates. You know, like everything is corporate. They got a title for all these jobs and make it sound like it's more than it is. You know.
So a customer called me up and she goes, "I want to buy a computer and I just need some info." Okay. Well, I got an approval for $4,000, and I'm like, all of a sudden, like I'm seeing money signs.
Right.
So she goes, "I want to, just buy it online." No, you don't want to do that. No. You got to come in the store. I do, and I'm like, yeah. Well, because I have things in stock that you could take with you right now, and you don't have to wait for delivery or pay me for delivery. Oh, well, that makes sense. Besides, I just happen to be the electronic specialist.
Right.
For the region. I said for the region.
It should be like echoes too, like
for the region.
Right. Yeah. It's like I happen to be the electronics expert for the region.
and now of course I never saw her. She never came in.
Of course not. She went online and bought. That's what the modern world hasn't figured out how this works or how this is going to work.
Well, the old world, yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying.
The 20th century logic.
And the capitalist system. Like that's the thing is the money's not being spread like it used to be.
Well, this is the same argument. So I've been reading articles about this, and everyone's complaining about
to figure out a way
why the people aren't working the fast food jobs. And are they lazy? Are they getting the money? And everyone's like, whoa, stop. The stimulus checks ran out. People either
don't more unemployment.
People don't want to go and fuck around in some fast food place for $10 an hour. Nobody wants
to get the COVID.
Right, get the COVID. And what's pissing me off now is, I'll be honest with you, like a lot of places, Best Buy and Walmart are actually shutting down for Thanksgiving, which is good. I think my place might open up, and I'm pissed about that because first of all,
yeah, but they'll be back for Black Friday.
No, I don't mind that. No, I don't mind that. I don't want to show up at a place, COVID or not, on a Thanksgiving, especially now with there being supply shortages. So you're going to come in.
Okay, because let me ask you a question.
All right, shoot.
No, seriously, I've been reading all this stuff about the supply shortage.
And there is.
No, but
major.
But I was talking, well, no, that's what I guess said. I was talking to my coworker last night, and I'm going, we're standing in the middle of a grocery store, and it doesn't seem like we have a supply issue.
No, you wouldn't.
We have
wouldn't.
Shit on our shelves. We have we don't have no problem getting shit.
And
that's what I said. I was like, I don't know about the toy business or the electronic business or the other shit.
Everything else, Bruce, requires one thing. There's one item across all of the devices. Do you know what it is? It's such a simple thing. You
need shipping.
No,
You need trucks.
No.
Things to bring your
No. That's not what's causing all of this.
Well, what is it?
Microchips. There is a global
Ah.
shortage of microchips. Every toy has a microchip. Every Xbox, PlayStation, desktop, laptop,
Right.
cell phone, cars all require microchips, multiple microchips in order to run. So my father went to go get his car serviced at Honda. When he got there, they had no new cars. They're selling last year's cars and used cars, and they're marking up the prices astronomically.
Is that hilarious?
It's expected.
Like, oh, we got all this fucking shit we can't get rid of, but here, let's try to rape you on it.
Right. Well, and they're going to say it's a supply and demand. See, in my job, here's what happens.
Fuck them.
I'm in furniture, and customer comes in. This is like, first of all, this is your dream. Customer comes in. She's a little girl. She's like 23-year-old little Filipino girl. She looks like she's 10. And she goes, I would like to apply for credit. I'm like, okay, fine. Be professional, Rob.
Once again, you're wrong as fuck.
No,
I got to prove for like a fucking $1,000,000.
$4,000 fucking credit card. I'm like,
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. But no, I was professional the whole way. I chuckled in my head because I'm like, who knows? But you know what? It was one of those scenarios where I think she was co-signing with her parents and she was 18 and they were building up her credit so that when she was ready to go out on her own, she would be prepared. Right. And they also taught her money and taught her how to be responsible.
It's like when I was at work a couple weeks ago, the new boss, we got a new boss, and he wrote the schedule. And he put me on Tuesday, and I was telling him I can't work on Tuesdays. They know that. I've always been off on Tuesdays because I'm a comedian, and he laughed at me, and not in a good way.
Yeah, that's he probably went, ha!
Yeah, he was like, comedian, you know, like,
oh, like you're full of shit.
Yes,
he didn't know
which
you.
is, and I believe too, is one of the catalysts is make me like, I was like, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, fuck yourself.
Yeah, now he's
going
like
to quit. Now.
Oh yeah. Oh, so
and show you that it is a real thing.
Well, we're talking about the global supply chain.
Yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
So this girl, she goes, I want a massage chair. And I went, oh fuck, that's like the highest markup item.
Right.
And she goes, oh, and if I get a warranty on it, can I roll that into my financing? I almost shot ropes on her. I almost went, oh, God. Right. Oh, God. Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I just walked.
They think I laughed at you. You're like,
Bruce.
That's the point.
I literally, Bruce, when I say I just walked into work, I thought, oh, this is going to be a great day.
Right.
This is going to be a motherfucking great day.
But then you just said, no, she went home and bought it online.
No. That was a laptop lady.
Okay.
This girl, she goes, I would like this black one that you recommended. And it says Brookstone on. And I'm like, right. Oh. Now, here's where I fucked up. Number one, let's Scorsese this, freeze frame me. This is where he fucked up.
Right.
The first thing he should have done is go to the iPad and see which fucking ones were actually in stock.
Yes.
Hey, don't get that big brown one that's $1,000 more. It's too big for you. Get the smaller one. That's where he fucked up. That thing wasn't even in stock, and it wasn't going to be in stock for another fucking 3 months. Right. But he shot his fucking mouth off. Now he's got nowhere to fucking go. Girl, real fucking smart. Freeze frame. Now, the look on my face, I literally shit myself. I literally am like, so
why
now
you just selling the one that was on the floor.
Oh, even better.
That's what I would have done.
Oh, they smashed the controller. The controller smashed. She can't even sit in it. So what I did is I told her to sit in the bigger one. Now imagine this, but imagine that the shoulder massage part is lined up with your shoulders. And she's like, oh, this is perfect.
Right.
Oh, God.
And that's where he fucked up again.
And and she was cute too. So I was kind of like, she was cute and really demure. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Right.
I kind of want to fuck the shit out of this chick too. Like
I think you laughed at her.
No, I didn't laugh at her. In my head, I went, yeah, great. This is going to be nobody.
No, but I'm saying your head is wrong.
I approved. Yes, I was wrong. I was wrong. Hold on, Bruce.
That's my point.
Time index. No, I was wrong. So I'm like
I should not listen to my brain because
no.
A lot of times it's wrong.
No, but it doesn't matter. In this situation, it happens. You run it. We do what's called waterfall. You just run them on their credit, whatever they get.
Right.
And then you go, okay, so you got $5,000 1 year, no interest, or you get $2,000 4 years, no interest. You decide. Do you want to go with a lot of expensive shit and just have 12 months to pay it off? Or do you want to get just a couple things? Or do you want to do everything? You want to, because I've had people who got approved for like $10,000 in credit over 3 different lines, and they max it out. They max it out, and I'm like, dude,
they're never gonna pay that off.
You'd be amazed. Sometimes they do. So because you know what.
Somebody does something like that, you would think that they're doing something. Like
it's illegal.
Or they're gonna do that and then declare bankruptcy or something. You know what I
No,
mean?
you know what they do. You know what the situation is, Bruce?
Because it'd be real easy if you didn't care about your record or whatever. It would be real easy to just go around town and run up a bunch of shit
and then
buy a bunch of
default.
Shit. And then just declare bankruptcy and all your loans.
So here's what
debts are forgiven, and
so
for a few years you got to build your credit back. But you could do that. You can legally steal shit. Basically.
So what my store does is this: they go like this. Okay, you have a secured credit card through GE company,
right?
You have a loan through the store itself, and then you have a lease to own option. If you do the store in-house loan, or if you do the lease to own, you cannot get 2 of the same items. So if you come in there and go, "Hey man, I got approved for 3,000. Let me get 3 Xboxes." Right. You ain't get 3 Xboxes. Why not, man? I got approved, man. I want 3 Xboxes. Okay, fine. Give me.
Because they know you're gonna turn around and sell them.
Right. Give me 5 iPads, and then you're gonna default. The item's gone into the void, so they don't allow you to do that. So that's what happens. That's how they prevent that. But the shit wasn't in stock. I was fucking fuming. Then the whole day was like that. Nothing was in stock. And then at the end of the day, I gave up. I started playing a big bass hunter. No, I mean big buck hunter, because we have that. So I'm just in the back of the store playing big buck hunter. I've given up. I'm not even trying to be professional. I'm just playing big buck hunter. The manager doesn't know where I am. He's looking to the front of the store. The other specialist was like
where's the regional expert?
Yeah. I'm playing big buck hunter in the corner.
Back in the back playing buck hunter.
Yeah. and they're fucking pissed. And I'm just in there.
He's expert at that too.
Actually, I am. I got the high score. I'm the number 1 hunter on.
You've never done that.
So you
never shot a deer.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
I could. I mean, I had lots of opportunities. My dad never did that. All my neighbors when I was growing up, took their kids when they were 12 to go deer hunting, like a rite of passage.
No, I'm from Kentucky. First you go squirrel hunt. You build up to the deer.
Well, anyways, all my neighbors.
First you go squirrel hunt.
You would see pickup trucks with bucks on there
and skin them, and
And my dad's from Queens, so the neighbor.
And then you build up to the deer.
Yeah. My dad would go, what's that, Jerry?
And some people are real hardcore about it.
Bears?
They take their son out and he shoot a deer, and then they go down there and they cut it open and they pull their heart out.
Eat it.
They take a bite out.
Yeah. My neighbor.
Now you're
did that.
a man.
My neighbor did that with my best friend Dave. He's my age.
Or the liver sometimes.
And his dad
usually.
His dad built 2 rifles. He constructed them. He bought the wood.
Yeah, no, my stepfather would go to every single deer season.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, there's a shotgun season, there's a rifle season, there's a muzzle loader season, and there's bow and arrow season. And he would go to all of them.
We killed chickens with our hands.
Yeah. No, I never did that, but I know people that did.
You grab the chicken by the neck and you swing it, and it breaks the neck.
Or they chop it. They put the chicken on a wooden thing, and then with a hatchet they'll chop his head.
I saw how they do
it.
it.
And the chicken will run around
with
no head on.
No. What they do is they string it up by its legs so it doesn't run around, and they slash its throat.
Yeah.
And then it bleeds
That's
out.
How they do most of them now. I mean, it depends. I mean, every farmer has their own technique.
But my buddy's 20 years old.
Technique.
And his dad finishes these beautiful handcrafted guns, one with an ebony butt and the other one with ivory.
Right.
Beautiful hand carving.
Ebony
and ivory.
If you come in my house, I'm going.
Anyways, so my buddy Dave lines up the deer. It's a 10-point. He's all the dad's shooting ropes. He's like, "Oh, David, this is it."
Right.
My friend catches it in the neck, kills it.
Right.
So my friend's like, "Dad, my friend's 20. He's metro. He's the most metro guy you'll ever meet. He looks like Woody Allen now. He looks exactly. He has the Woody Allen haircut. And he goes, well, Dad, I shot it, Dad. That's good, David. Now, here's a filleting knife. Well, but Dad.
Go down there and you take that.
But Dad,
out,
I shot the deer, and I figured, you would do that. and then you
drink that blood. You know?
No, Dad. I was thinking, you cut it, and then if you want to drink the blood, you drink the blood. I mean, why do I have to drink the blood? What am I drinking the blood for? There's giardia in there. There's all sorts of diseases in there. What am I drinking the blood for?
Shut up, be a man.
Well, I am a man. I have a penis, and I have testicles, and I don't understand why. Why am I? Do you want to drink the blood? Do you want to make blood sausage? I mean, you want to make blood sausage? Well,
What are you, a fucking pansy?
No, I mean, it's shut an animal. I did things
Take
500
this knife.
pounds.
Go down there and slice out the heart.
No, well, I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, what am I going to do? I mean,
when you step back from it, it's pretty insane, really.
It's a beating heart. Is there like a heart recipe I don't know about? I don't understand what we're doing here.
It's another example of, like I said, people.
Can you cook the heart with like garlic and butter?
Hold on to these old world traditions. You're like, the world is not that anymore.
Well, when he got back from the hunt, my friends
different now.
My friend's walking there. The dad's got an '84 Civic hatchback with the deer strapped to the roof.
Yeah,
and they come out with their hunting gear like Elmer Fudd, and this is all I hear. You know what, Bob? You know what, David? Why don't you just go with Bobby and play your little video games? I bet Bobby's a man. Bobby would
right. He'd rip the fucking heart.
He'd rip the heart out and then he'd piss on it, wouldn't you?
You know what? I bet he gets laid too. You fucking pansy.
No, and I'm just like this. I'm a fuck. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'd fucking tear the heart out right now. In fact, you want me to go? Hey, Greg, you want me to carve that fucker up? You see, David? You see, why can't you be more like Bobby? So
you wouldn't.
No, I would have done it.
You'd eat it.
I would
bite. Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
I'll do it. I'm a fuck because I've done dares. I drank antifreeze on a dare.
See, I was lucky.
I would have done it.
They didn't make me do that, but
I'd do it.
I killed animals.
I'm not shooting a fucking squirrel though. That's fucking stupid. Fuck, I'm gonna shoot a squirrel.
Well, you never ate a squirrel?
No.
They're good actually.
I would kill them on purpose. What I would do is
you got to go. They're not these park squirrels. They're little tiny ones.
The big ones.
You got to go out into the woods. Yeah, there's big squirrels. And if you find them, you shoot them with like a 20 gauge shotgun.
I cut a squirrel's tail off once.
And shoot them right out of the tree. And then you can.
But you hear what I say? I cut off a squirrel's tail.
You can make a stew. Oh, yeah?
You know how I did that?
Why?
With my Civic, I bought these brand new chrome rims. And they had very sharp edges, and this squirrel was dancing in front of my car. So I kept driving, and all of a sudden you see the tail floating like
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
And it was alive.
That's awful, man.
It was still alive, but it had no tail now.
Yeah, he's done. Without the tail, he can't balance or climb. No. Like he's fucked.
So then there was another one. I was Christmas.
He didn't last very long.
There was Christmas, and there's this one. Wait, sorry, I'm late. Hey,
it's all right.
So there was another one. It was Christmas.
We haven't killed each other yet.
Yeah. So it was Christmas Day, and I wanted to go to church. So I went to church, and on the way back, I go down this road. It's real steep. It's got a dip, and I'm doing about 55 on this back road, and I'm hitting the curve at about 60 miles per hour. Well, all of a sudden now, 60 miles per hour. What runs in front of my car? A house cat.
Right.
I clocked that son of a bitch on Christmas Day. I clocked that. All of a sudden, I slam on the brakes. In my rearview mirror, I see the fattest fucking guy in a Giants jersey, in a Lawrence Taylor jersey, number 56, rushing my car. And I'm like, oh.
Right, he just killed his cat.
Right. What I don't realize, the cat actually got walloped and then ran away. So the guy's like, oh, you fucking guy. Oh, fuck. The neighbors come running out of their houses and go, get the fuck out of here. Don't worry about it. It happens all the time.
He's going to kill you.
Just get the fuck out of here. So, and it was like that movie Hereditary. It was like the movie Hereditary where the guy's sister gets decapitated.
To Kentucky.
No, I had a skunk.
You have no idea.
I saw a skunk crossing the street, and I actually stopped the car and put the e-brake on.
Well, you're lucky. You hit that skunk.
I did.
Hard to get that smell out.
Oh, it took a month. It took a month. My car
really
smelled like
hard.
a wet diarrhea shit for a month.
You wash the car, it's hard. If you kill a skunk, hit one and then get squashed,
the juices went all up in
or whatever.
Yeah,
what happens all the time? Oh, that happens all the time. People want me to say this cat.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, yes.
That's another thing about living out in the redneck wilderness. Yes, there are repetitive things that happen. It's like you can count on this. There they go. Don't go down there because those people live down there, and they every time they don't like other people. Like.
And then, but here's the thing. Now, Bruce, this isn't like the tree folk. This guy came out on December 25th in shorts, orthopedic socks, flip flops.
That's the kind of shit that happens.
And a G-Man jersey. He was full Giant. By the way, it's Christmas. There's no Giants game on that day either. He's dressed up in full Giants.
He's a goddamn fan.
And he's fat as fuck, and he's wheezing to get to my car. And he's literally, there's like a little pond there too, like one of those little sprinkler ponds that they throw in there to look nice. He's trying to rush my car. He's doing like 2 miles per hour. And I'm actually sitting there like a dumb fuck trying to apologize. I'm waiting for him. And everyone's like this, get the fuck out of here, man. It's not worth it, bro. Just get out of here, man. Just go. We'll deal with him. We'll deal with him. He's drunk already.
There's no real wildlife around here like that.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I mean, there is.
But Julia, where do you live? Where does Julia live? Virginia?
You got to go outside of the bowl.
I almost hit a deer tonight. And then a mama kitty was carrying a kitten in her mouth, walking down my lane. Another reason I was late, I had to wait for her. Now.
Yeah, like I was going to ask you, like, have you ever hit a deer?
No.
Like sometimes deers just jump right out in front of your.
Killed one of my
car.
friends. Killed one of my friend's dad. They were driving down. Now it's late at night.
Wendy, my old girlfriend Wendy, she was driving home from work in the city, in Cincinnati. Well, in Hyde Park, which is like a suburb of Cincinnati. No, yeah, because they're all in the parks and the woods and shit. Yeah, no, deer ran out, hit the side of her car, the door broke the window and shit. Just like that's fucking insane.
You live in the boonies.
She had to get a whole new door on her car.
So one of my childhood friends growing up, his dad was killed. The deer got scared and jumped, and he jumped forward into the windshield. So the momentum of the car and the deer going through the windshield killed the father.
Wow.
That happens
sometimes
a lot.
with the antlers.
Well, everything. It was just the impact.
Impale you.
Well, you get a 500-pound deer. You're going about 65 miles per hour. It's going, inertia, gravity. You always say science happens whether you believe it or not. Inertia took over, and that was it. But
right, Southern Illinois, there's shitloads of deer, I'm sure.
Yes, but when my mother was dying, 2003, not completely off topic. One of the magical things that happened was we had an old apple tree in my neighbor's backyard and in mine, and the little baby deers would come to eat. The mother deer would come to watch them, and then the father deer came to watch them.
Right.
And I remember that, and I vaguely remember once, I don't know if I was dreaming or this actually happened. I vaguely remember once I was a kid, I was throwing food on the deck, and one of the deer walked up the stairs to eat the food, and my mother was freaking the fuck out. Oh God!
That could have happened because sometimes they will come close.
Yeah, just like bread.
Especially if they've been coming to your yard and they've seen you around, and you haven't ever fucked with them or.
Then we'd see coyotes.
Yeah.
Like
where my dad has some property in Indiana. You can go out there. You can sit out there. You can see everything. You can see turkeys.
Oy vey, she says.
Wild pigs, deers.
Yeah, I got all that.
Squirrels, fucking birds of all kinds, snakes.
I'll tell you right now what we had in New York. We had the deer. We had crows.
Coyotes, like I said.
Coyotes, owls. We had an owl. We had vultures, eagles.
Very rarely you can see like a bobcat.
No bobcats.
Or something like that. No, I'm saying all that shit you can see.
Black bears we get into New York. And there was a black bear that went into New Jersey, and he got something in his paw. So he started walking on his hind legs everywhere, and people were feeding him. And then everyone loved him. Everyone loved the bear, became a Jersey legend. Everyone loved him. What happened? Somebody fucking killed it.
Right.
And then everyone lost their shit and tried to hunt the guy down. And yeah, that was it. But and then have you ever seen a video of the bear?
Yeah, but if you were just a guy, let's say you're just passing through.
You see a bear.
No, that's what I'm saying. And the bear's like, and you're like, and you shoot him. You're like, oh wait, but that was our pet bear, I was like, well, you couldn't know.
So this happened in Connecticut. You know who?
Right, because that 3-legged coyote's obviously smart. he wouldn't be alive with only 3 legs. If he
My
wasn't.
neighbor kills them regularly. He can't get the 3-legged coyote, so I don't get that.
Right. There's a 3-legged coyote. That's why I said it. You can't get him because he's smart.
Okay.
There's a coyote that's missing a leg.
I get it. And he's
He
smarter.
probably got caught in a trap.
And he's just
and
smarter than.
Chewed his own leg off. That's usually what happens to.
That's the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Do you ever see those traps?
No.
My
Well, yeah.
friend, when I was in high school, dude, I went to high school in Indiana. There's rednecks, and he trapped. He had these little traps. They're like a steel.
Yeah, bear trap.
Yeah, but they're not for that.
Smaller.
They're smaller animals. Yeah, but basically, it's like a clamp, and you open the thing, and there's a thing in the middle of it. If you step on it, it closes. So you take that thing and you take it out in the woods and you open it up and you put it on the ground and you put some food there by it or whatever and you cover it up. And he'd come back and there'd be a fox or something in there, and he'd shoot it and skin it and sell the fur.
Dude, but that looks like it would be.
But that was his hobby. And it's awful because I went out with him once and yeah, you come up on it and it's there. But anyway, sometimes you would go there and there wouldn't be anything in there but a leg, the paw.
Oh.
So the animal would get so desperate that it just chew its own leg off. Yeah, exactly. So the coyote, obviously, that probably happened to him. And then that looks like a wolf, though.
That's a coyote. Because look at the size comparison. The coyotes aren't that big. So if a cat's half the size, that's I would rock that. But it says I already read something. It says they're vicious. They're not good pets.
No. Have you ever?
Yeah.
You ever know anybody had a raccoon?
I've seen that.
No, I know, but I'm saying
But they get
the
vicious.
raccoon. Yeah. No, it's cute for like 2 years, and about the 3rd year, that fucker will turn on you, and you can't stop it. You know what I mean? No matter how much you love it and you treat it really nice. Like I've seen it 100 times. It just one day it just was like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah. Well, and I can see the concern. Here's what everyone.
Right, exactly.
It's like, hey, imagine you waking up to that and then this thing's just trying to take a fucking bite out of you. So
They're not really ugly. I don't think they're ugly. But I don't know. I'm a fucking animal person.
You know what I would want as a pet, but they're horrible pets?
I looked into
Fox.
trying to work at the zoo once.
I want a pet fox, but the way I live, like let's say I got my own place, whatever. I'm a hobby guy. I collect lots of little intricate things, and I'm a pack rat.
Your fucking
I'd lose my shit. I'd be kicking. They'd find
choose up your limited edition Picard action figure. You're like, what the fuck?
No, I don't have any action figures.
No, I'm just.
I do, but they're in a I have them all sealed in the box. Oh man, look at that.
Right.
Oh shit.
See, it looks vicious, but it's probably not. I don't know. Like I said, I've never known anybody that had. They say wolves are the same way. Like you could get a wolf puppy, and for a couple of years,
Oh Jesus, look at that.
Right.
Little girl.
Look at them teeth.
Well, I mean that's no different than any other
that thing
dog.
Bite you.
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
No, that's a little more jaggedy and pointy than a regular dog. Look.
Yeah, it does look a little.
Like that's for meat ripping teeth. Like
You
know what I mean?
Meat ripping teeth.
That's what that is, man.
I get you.
They're designed to do.
Meat ripping teeth.
Yes. If that fucker bites you, you're gonna know.
And then you get the little girl in the back.
But what I'm saying, and it probably also has more jaw power than a regular dog, except for a pit bull, maybe. But
that's just funny as
because
fuck.
pit bulls are genetically bred to fucking bite like that. It's like, yeah, that's not a fucking dog. This cute dog outside. But that picture's obviously Photoshop.
Yeah.
It's not real. Like, look at it. But it's funny.
That's not a fucking dog baby.
But no, I'm saying a wolf is the same way. Like you can get a wolf, and for a couple years, it'll be like a regular dog, because it's still a puppy, and it's like, oh yeah, whatever. But then once it gets to a certain age, it's gonna turn.
Hormones kick in.
And it's like, fuck you, you know.
Well, a guy came
try
in,
to assert its place in the pack, you know, like which is what it's genetically might even be like, I think I can take control of this shit. And just attack you one day, you know.
Well, here we go. This is another one. Oh wow, that's a good picture. Hold on. That's
right. But I don't know how.
They're small coyotes. They are very small.
Yeah, no, they're not.
They could
big,
be vicious though.
But it can still bite the shit.
Like even in this picture right here, I'm a little sketched because it looks like I don't doubt this guy would be able to fuck the coyote up, but like her.
Right, but that's what I mean is I don't know. Like they probably have raised it since it was, you know, born practically. So
I want a pet fox.
I don't know. It's like people that have lions and shit.
Oh, dude.
No,
and so the tiger.
That's what I just said, Julie. It's like there's meat ripping teeth.
Yeah, but so you remember Kathy Lee, right? Kathy Lee Gifford from So
she of the child slaves.
She had a dog like this.
Child slaver.
Oh, with the clothing line. Oh, I remember that from back in the days. So she had dogs like this, and a pack of coyotes ate them.
Right.
And I remember that in Connecticut, they just mauled the shit out of you. Look at that. That's fucked up.
The dog lived though, at least.
And at least with the dogs, they get fur, they'll cover it up. They don't have scars. As long as they don't lose any organs or anything like that. But yeah, that was
Make you kind of paranoid and go outside, I bet.
Oh, this dog got fucked up.
Right? That's a big dog too.
Yeah. I don't even want to put that one on there. It's a little graphic. It's too graphic. It's like
making me
pet
sick. Attacks remain rare.
Well, you know what freaked me out? So I was going to Lake Las Vegas. I was on a date with somebody. You met that girl once, the Colombian girl
in Florida. Like they say all the time, is like don't walk your dog by water.
Yeah, so
because lots of times they're people be walking their dog and a fucking alligator will just come out of they walk their dog down to the shore of the lake. The fucking alligator just jump out, snatch their dog.
So here's the thing. Julia brought up saying we would change it. So I will say this. I was on a date at Lake Las Vegas. You know where that is? Lake Las Vegas?
I know where it is, but I haven't gone.
It's beautiful. It looks like Europe. They made a villa around this artificial lake.
I'm going to go and see all of this stuff that I haven't seen.
Go with Charlie.
After I'm not working at Vons anymore.
Go with Charlie as soon as you can.
The end of the month.
Go it around. I'll tell you what to do. You take Boulder Highway.
And I know how to get there.
You know how to get it. All right. It looks like you're in a
I haven't
European
seen the Grand
town.
Canyon. She does Grand Canyon tours. I've never seen it yet.
It's cool for 3 seconds. You're holy shit!
I know, but I'm just saying I still want to see it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And then
this is what happens.
Lots of like cool ghost towns and shit around here.
Yeah, there are.
That I haven't seen that I want to see. There's just lots of things, but I've been so busy.
I'll go with you to the ghost towns. I've seen all the rest.
Dude, that would be cool.
Here. Take her. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do. The best time to go. Take her now. It gets dark earlier. Take her around 7:30 at night. There's a bunch of
sunset.
Well, the sun will already be set.
Sunset at the lake.
So no, you want to go at night. Now there's restaurants and there's cobblestones everywhere. It looks like you're in Italy, old Italy, and all of the restaurants are and there's just people chilling. The restaurants are all open door, open seating.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm gonna check that.
And then there's a hotel in the middle of the lake. It actually extends into the lake. And then surrounding the hotel are all of these expensive homes. So like Celine Dion lives there, other people live there. It's beautiful. And I'm with this girl, and about midnight, all you hear, and I'm like, I'm done. And the howls are and the sounds are getting closer. Like, we're getting the fuck out of here. Rob, I want to take pictures. Fuck you. I'm out of here. I'm not. One coyote, I could kick the shit out of one. 2 coyotes, I could kick the shit.
Oh, wait. So you were with that?
The Colombian chick.
Okay.
And she's like, but I want to take pictures. Rob, no, don't go.
Wait, I'm not done using you yet.
Yeah, exactly. No, take pictures. Pictures fun. No,
you buy me.
No, I want to take picture fun. And I'm like, no, get the fuck out of here. There's fucking coyotes. Are you fucking out of your mind? You're fucking coyotes. There's like a fucking lot of them. Like 1 or 2, cool. There's fucking like 10. I'm not fucking with 10 coyotes for you. Oh, hold on. Am I gonna fuck you here at this hotel?
Get out of here.
No, we're leaving. And I just and she kept taking selfies. First of all, she's taking selfies like fucking midnight. There's nothing, you can't see shit. It's all blurry pictures of her.
That doesn't even matter.
So I'm like, all right.
She always goes on Instagram all the time, and I'm just like, I don't know how you can hang out with somebody who's just constantly taking pictures of themselves.
Well, no, I did I ever tell you what happened? So I finally, she sent me a link. This is what I dropped her completely. I cut her out. I except for one area, I left her as a friend on Facebook. I didn't respond. She sends me a link that says the COVID vaccine. This is the lungs before and after COVID. And I went, okay. Clear lungs, cloudy lungs. And it shows you, it says underneath, COVID vaccinated person, black lungs, clear, means the x-ray is clear. Not a vaccinated person, white, obscure lungs. What's the word? Not obscure, occluded. She goes to me, see, look at that. Those lungs are black because of COVID. I said, you freaking idiot. Because I had enough of this. I go, the x-rays are clear. That means that the COVID helps. No, black lungs and an x-ray means there's nothing in them. White means they're full of shit. It means there's mucus, because the mucus is fucking reacting to the virus. And we're arguing back and forth. I'm like, look, lady, my dad's 80 years old. You're running around unvaccinated. I got Bruce coming to my house because she'd met you by this point. I said, Bruce comes here. He's vaccinated. I don't have people in my house who are unvaccinated. You know, I'm doing you a favor because I like you. But you could potentially get my father sick, okay? Enough of this shit. I don't like your attitude. I like you less and less. Done. I fucking went like this. I went and I blocked her number and I deleted it from my phone, and then I waited.
I don't understand how that happened.
What do you mean?
I don't understand how medicine, science, and things like that became political all of a sudden.
Because people are stupid.
I don't get it. No, I'm just saying, like, I don't understand the purpose of it.
People, look.
It doesn't make any sense.
This is the question that I was watching Vice News, and
it's like today when I'm saying like when Colin Powell died,
yeah,
right, and then of COVID,
and Trump talked smack about
him, but he was vaccinated,
yeah.
So this Fox News guy,
that's all they needed to hear.
John Roberts.
John Roberts is the guy with the white hair and the long hair.
He was like, look. Colin Powell died and he was vaccinated. Perhaps he died from being vaccinated, you know, like, or whatever. But he never once mentioned that Colin Powell was 85 years old or whatever, cancer. And also had cancer, so he was immunocompromised already.
Yeah.
Right. So that doesn't factor into the, you know.
Well, they're not approaching it
that's
scientifically.
What I'm saying.
They're approaching it emotionally.
It's political and emotional.
Yes. And
nothing to do with logic, or reason, or science.
Well, there was a woman in the hospital, and she had COVID, and she was in a plastic bubble. And so the reporter goes to her, so you're going to get vaccinated? And she goes, I just don't know. Well, what are you waiting for? You're in a hospital. Everyone around you surrounded has COVID. What are you waiting for? I need to do my research. So wait a minute. While what information do you need that the medical staff here can't provide? And they're like, she's like, I just don't know. The vaccine hasn't been around enough.
Me too. I'm done trying to convince them. I'm just saying, I don't know how it happened. I don't know, you know.
Well,
it's a new phenomenon.
Julia, this is me and him were talking about
this. To take your political, ideological extremism all the way to health, science, you know, like things that people used to pretty much universally agree on. You know, nobody was running around like, don't get the polio vaccine. It's fucking.
My father's Republican, but my father is of that generation. So he goes, why the fuck would you do this?
You over somehow, you know, like.
Here's the thing with conservatives that
I'd
I don't get.
rather be in a chair or have braces, you know.
Right. Here's what I don't understand with conservatism. This is what I don't understand.
Be told to have a vaccine, you know.
This is what I don't get with conservatism. Maybe someone can answer me. I go, okay, so right now, people died from COVID, and people would respond to scamdemic. Now, the people that I know,
pandemic.
Yeah. I'm in a business group, and the guy is a coach. He's a great guy, great father, blah blah. He would call it the scamdemic, the plandemic. Then he got COVID, and now he's not talking about the vaccine. He and his wife is from Australia or New Zealand, one of the two. And they would go, well, Robert, I can't do that accent. I do lots of accents. I can't do that one. She go, that's an odd decision. It's an odd decision. And I'm like, all right, wait. You make a decision for your family. That's great. You make a decision that affects my neighbor or me. That's not your decision
No,
anymore. It's
not.
our decision.
But that's what I'm saying.
Now, but what I
You
don't understand.
couldn't go to public school without having vaccinations to measles, mumps.
Well, Bruce and Julia,
Fucking-
hold on. I'm going to address you both on that. Their
Tetanus.
argument,
You
their
have a
argument is
tetanus
this. Their argument is that the polio vaccine was thoroughly tested. Now, here's the stupid thing: on people, on people,
Yes.
everything is tested on people. It's not like they said we're going to inject this rat with the polio vaccine. Yeah, I'm sure they did that at one point, but then at one point, a person had to step up and go, "I'm the first one to try this." This is what happens. I see this from not Tresmala. What's Diaz Mackey was talking to shit. Are you going to let your kid do that? They got to test this on somebody. Now, here's the thing. What I don't understand about conservatives is they go, well, we can't do it. Okay, fine. What's your alternative? Because people are dying, and you do not want to shut the economy down.
I'm with her. I say, let them fucking,
Well, no. But I ask them all the time.
They want to die on that hill.
What's your alternative then? Because you complain about the economy, the economy. Okay. You're right, sir, Mr. Conservative. You're correct. The economy is very important. It's the lifeblood for all of us in one way or another. So a lot of people are dying. It's slowing down the supply chain. We were talking about this earlier. We can't get microchips. We can't get shipments. There's boats lined up at the harbors for months out. Everyone's suffering. And somebody came up with a solution to prevent the problem. It's not going to help you if you're already sick. Maybe it'll help you in future. What's your solution? Well, my solution is ivermectin.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
But they don't have an answer.
I won't take this vaccine, but I'll drink this horse.
Answer? What's your answer?
Horse
your answer
wormer,
is
like, what the fuck?
You don't want the thing that millions of other people are doing. So then you're going to say, well, I'm not a sheeple. So then what you do is you actually take something meant for a sheep. You go, I'm not a sheeple, but I will take the stuff made for sheep.
Medicine.
And then,
no, but that's what I'm saying is, like everything that they do, it doesn't make any sense.
It makes sense to them. But
like this article that, like I was talking about before the thing, there's this article that says, Pete Buttigieg should be a hero to pro-life people on the right. Why? Because he adopted a child who was born because they didn't have an abortion like they want. And he's taking care of this child. But no, instead, they're mocking him and treating him like shit. And you're like, they want these children born, but they don't want nobody to take care of them. Their positions never make any sense logically. Like they don't go together. You want all these babies to be born, but then you want to be against any way that they could possibly be fucking. This is
what I said, and I'm adopted. And I said
it doesn't make sense.
I go, look, I don't want. That's beautiful.
Exactly. No, I'm saying.
I'm glad I was adopted.
Those twins were born because a woman didn't have an abortion like they want.
I was adopted, and this was me.
They adopted them. They're going to take care of them and love them.
This is me, and
give them a good life.
I was adopted. I was taken in, and I was given a good life.
You would think that would be good enough for them,
but
it isn't.
I was adopted. I was given a good life. I have a loving father. My mother was a pain in the ass, but she did love me, and I know all this. And if you wonder, I joke about black, white, and this. I mean, I'm a black baby. Let's cut the shit. I mean, I got a fucking afro. I mean, and
I don't know what happened, but
my attitude is this. And when I think about this,
secretly putting
when I think of
food,
when I think about this, hold on, it's important to me.
All right.
When I think about this subject. I could easily say that, you always have to have a child and that it's all, it's sacred and life is all sacred. The problem I have is what Bruce is saying is in a nutshell is life is not sacred if it's not sacred all the way through. You cannot treat life and give such bizarre provisions as to what the quality of life should be based on your view only. There's two children out there that are going to find a home. God is putting them there. And I believe in God, and I believe that God puts them there at the.
I don't know about that,
But I also believe at the same time that there exist abortions, and at a certain point by which you have a pretty much fully developed child in you, you got to cut. You got to stay with it. And if you can't afford it, and I get it, it's not even just the birth; it's the pregnancy leading up to the prenatal care, the medical. Do whatever you need to do to find somebody who could try to subsidize that, or try to find a way to set up an arrangement to have your child adopted and give somebody that opportunity to raise a beautiful kid. But if you're a few weeks in and you find out 2 weeks down the road, 3 weeks down the road, I'm pregnant and I have no means of which to do this, I didn't do what you have to do. Hold on, Julie, what are you saying? I gave my only child up for adoption. I was 15 when I had him. I've never had any other. My body was destroyed and I couldn't carry full term. So I've had abortions since. And that's the thing. It's spiteful. But what I don't understand is
what's spiteful?
The way conservatives behave, and I don't think they get it. But from their perspective, they don't see it as that. They see it as, I have a responsibility to carry out the will of God, and this is my interpretation of
fanatics.
It. Fine, no, but it's a lot. I know people who are not fanatics. This is their belief. It's just this is their core belief.
What I'm saying.
The problem is
that particular.
But what I'm saying is their core belief. Is it actually ends up causing more harm than good. And that's what I wish that people with this mindset, when you're telling a woman who just found out she's pregnant, I saw a news report, and the woman has her newborn in her arms, and she's going, I need an abortion. I can't afford to do this twice. I can't give her the life she needs and then carry another mouth. I can't do it. And you're not going to pay for my birth, and you're not going to pay for the medical expenses therein, and you're not going to pay for the lack of work. I'm not doing anyone a favor. It's fucking sucks. I got pregnant. The guy had I'm a human. I have a right to be sexual. I have a right to have a life and live that life. And at the same time, there's something that's undeveloped that cannot, and that's it. So, here's my attitude.
The Trojan company would like to.
Well, no, because in Catholicism, they don't.
You out here.
In Catholicism, in the Catholic faith, they don't
want you.
That's
what I'm saying is it's fucking bullshit.
I know. Anyways, I don't want to get, because it's depressing. It's a depressing
Let's
topic.
encourage you not to use the birth control. Also, make sure that this problem is,
right. And then what happens is, with missionaries go to these cities, these foreign cities, and then the population explodes, and I go, I wonder why.
Right.
You told a bunch of people not to use
God
contraception.
Doesn't want you to. Right. Exactly.
So, anyways,
every sperm is sacred.
Anyways,
yeah.
So, that means I have a lot of sacred socks and a lot of sacred underwear.
That's what it says. Every sperm is sacred.
So,
don't drop your seed.
Yeah. So, I the whole thing with the Colin Powell thing and all that. What I always say to conservatives, so all of this is, there's a problem that comes up and you never have a solution for it, and your solution is to watch the problem unfold and get worse and worse and worse.
Conservatives, no, their philosophy now is just to be against everything.
Well, yeah,
they don't even have ideas anymore.
Well, they counter their own ideas.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
And they don't even have an answer.
Yeah,
they're just like, that's bad.
Okay.
So what is
That's
good
like
then?
I said. Well, yeah.
What is your proposal? Just to keep things exactly the way they are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not going to happen.
Well, I'll tell you right now. And somebody posted, you know what? These people are so these libs are so backwards now that they're going to think that people fighting for their freedoms are selfish. No, you're not fighting for your freedom. You don't want to accept information as it's delivered to you from multiple sources. So your mind,
all those sources are questioning that.
Your mind,
that's the thing,
is looking for alternatives.
It's fake news media, all of it.
Well, their minds,
unless they're telling me what I already think.
Right, your minds are looking for alternatives. There's no sacrifice on the pro-birthers to push their agenda. They only care about controlling only. Yeah, and it's you know what the most fucked up thing was. And again, I quote this a lot. It wasn't Vice. It was Weekend Tonight with last week tonight with John Oliver, and he did a study on this. There's a bunch of birth groups. They go to abortion clinics, and they basically say, "Hey, you're going to burn in hell. Hey, your fetus is viable after a week."
Cincinnati, they go outside the Planned Parenthood and they give almost every day,
and they feed,
walk around.
And they feed a bunch of it. Well, here's what happened. The woman went like this. The
They
woman
walk around with dead babies on their
well, not
fucking
even that.
signs
Besides that, so the
and
woman
say
was
that
like
you're going to
basically
hell, and
that what they would
they
do
shame
is
any woman.
well, it
that's
wasn't
going
even
inside.
shaming. So what they would do is they would pose as a Planned Parenthood. They would pose as an alternative to Planned Parenthood, and they would keep telling you that you need to be medically checked, and they would keep dragging it out
Right.
until
Until you get to the point where
you
it's
can't
too
have-
far to
right.
have an abortion.
And then what they would go like this. They were interviewing.
They go, I got you.
They were interviewing one of the women, and she's on video, and she goes like this. She goes, "All right, here's what you do. What do you do when the woman gives birth? Give her supplies for a couple of weeks, and then send her to the streets. We're not running a halfway house."
Exactly.
And I'm like, whoa,
right.
you're a piece of
And
shit.
spit out your fucking kid and get out.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit.
But
And that's my problem.
That's my fucking point. But that's their philosophy in a nutshell.
You're a piece
Period.
of shit thing because you never cared about it. You cared about, okay, God says you have to have, and also that's your.
No, it's some kind of it's
It's-
some kind of insane. There's, like I said, there's no logic to it. There's no logic to any of their positions.
No, and the problem is you're creating so many more problems.
It's
You've
like
made the quality of life for that child horrible. You made the
Exact-
quality of that life for the
Yes.
mother horrible.
No one is-
You stuffed more people in the
It's like-
population. You made it worse for everybody.
These people are the same people that say that they're all about freedom and they hate the government, right? Until something's going on that they don't like, then they're like, we need to get the government involved.
We'll make
and
you
stop
do
this.
We'll
Right,
make
exactly.
You do
Like,
this.
they're like, we don't want a vaccine mandate. Well, the vaccine mandates are coming from private business. Well, then the government should ban the and you're like, well, so now you're saying that the government that you propose to hate should control what private business is allowed to do, which now makes you a communist.
And that's the
And
thing.
they don't. There's like,
And you know what I would like to see?
you want the government to be used
Bruce,
as an instrument to enforce your belief system.
you know
upon
what I
other
would like to
people.
see, Bruce?
That's what you want.
I have an idea. Would you want to do a show? And this is controversial because this is a high school. All the comedy scene in Vegas. I don't know about other cities, but I've seen not Tucson. I've seen Phoenix. A brief cross section of the Phoenix comedy scene,
Right.
and it looked very similar to this, with people just going from mic to mic, and then maybe they go up a little bit and they down a little bit, and then New York seemed the same. I would love to see you debate, and I jump into debate some of these conservative comedians. Now, the only one,
they're conservative comedians. Hey, if they'd be willing to do it, I would do it.
well, yeah, I mean, you got Ty Rivera's conservative. You've got Diaz Mackey.
I wouldn't do it with Ty because he's my friend.
Diaz Mackey. You got all these guys. Well, here's the one.
Oh, you mean I thought you meant like somebody from
A different
Arizona
scene. No,
or something.
well, no. I just in general.
I don't
Because here's
know
the thing.
about,
People we know. So here's the thing. I got into it with Diaz Mackey about something political,
I already know.
and he did me a solid. You know what he did? He switched the subject,
Yeah.
and he.
Well, that's what I'm
he
saying.
was
It's
professional about it.
not.
It's not productive.
It's not productive. That's what
That's
I
fair.
mean. Like
That's
I
fair.
would do it with somebody from Phoenix or somebody.
Somebody
that
you don't
I didn't
know or
and
doesn't-
who wasn't
yeah.
in the scene and that I didn't have to deal with all the time. But like it's I wouldn't do it with somebody here because I have to see these people.
Yeah, you gotta. Well, Diaz is gone because he's
No, but you know what I mean.
he's running.
I'm just saying.
But
What?
I said Diaz is
He's
gone.
in trouble again?
No, I thought he was. I thought
Oh,
that was
no,
the.
I don't think he is.
I thought he was. All right. Well, I don't want
I
to put
think
anyone's
that
business out there,
that
but
the thing came bubbling up to the surface again when maybe he was just
I heard-
like, I'm tired of fucking dealing with this.
I had
and
rumors,
this, that,
but because everyone was like, "Oh, he left for Seattle or some shit," and I'm like, "What?" I don't. I only met the guy once, and I just shook his hand, but he was. I looked at it like this: we could have gone on this mega argument, and he diffused it really eloquently,
right.
and I appreciated that. I honestly did. And then what he did was he noticed I was at the Star Trek con, and he
I do
started
it on
liking
the
my
Twitter
photos.
sometimes. People try to fuck with me. and
Not
then-
everyone in
and
this
then
country
and
was
then I'll
gonna-
spin it.
I believe in God. I'll say this,
I'll spin it
Julia.
around.
I'll make it real simple. I believe in God. I do not believe in intentionally making people suffer to prove a point.
No, see that? No, what she just said is the separation of church and state is bullshit. Just like all men are created equal is bullshit. You know, like it when they wrote that shit. No, that's the problem. That's what this country is going through right now. This country has always been controlled by white Christian Europeans. They came in here, they took over. They controlled, then they conquered the country. They subjugated the fucking Indians, had slaves.
Yep.
They've always been in control. And now
They
they're
called
facing
it the white man's burden.
right. And now they're facing losing that control.
Well,
and
yeah,
they're freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about.
My problem is in the
And
interim.
how can they control it? Well, they got to get rid of democracy and get a strong man.
So she
no,
was,
but I'm saying like that's
she
what
was
they're moving
talking
to.
about. That was what I wanted to say.
Because
She was
that's what
talking about Bannon. You were talking about Bannon last week. He's in trouble now because he's running from the law because he failed to meet a congressional subpoena, and
but I don't think that he's running from the law. He's probably sitting in his house laughing.
Well, no, but they'll see how that boils down.
If they come after him, then they need to.
Yeah,
I said that before.
Well, you got to uphold the law.
They let during Trump administration, they let those guys just blow them off, and the Congress is supposed to be equally has as much authority as the executive branch. So they should have arrested those dudes
right.
then.
I know, but
they should have never let them get away with that.
This is the thing now. Forget about all that. That was in the past.
I think I said that on the show.
Yeah,
like the Congress has given up a lot of its
but
power.
now here's my logic. We're in the end of 2021. We got 3 months left.
Right.
I don't think the Dems are going to hold the House and they're not going to hold Congress. So what they need to do now is they need to go fucking hog. And there's two fucking assholes holding it up. Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema. Joe Manchin of West Virginia and Kristen Sinema.
He was already kicked out of where was he trying to set up?
France and Italy.
Yeah. No one in Europe is going to let him come.
That's what I said last week.
I don't believe that.
That's what I said last week. And you said
you think you're going to run over there? No, he better go to South America or something.
Well, yeah.
Somewhere Brazil or one of those countries that'll let him in.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone in Europe. But see, that's why I was getting angry at you last week, because you said that this guy's not important, and he is.
Oh, no.
If he wasn't dangerous, those countries in Europe wouldn't be like, no.
Oh, no, I never
can't come
This
here.
is why I got angry at you.
You're too fucking dangerous.
This is why I got angry with you.
No, but I'm saying
I think he's important. I think he's dangerous, but I don't think he's
not
as
like a guy that's like, oh, he's not.
He's not as dangerous as he was, because he a lot of the shit that he did.
Dangerous.
A lot of the bullshit that he did was brought up to the surface when he fucked people out of their money for the wall funding, and everyone discovered that he defrauded them. He went to Europe and he tried to set up
a fascist fucking training camp.
Yeah, and he tried to do that with Marie Le Pen and all them, and then it didn't work. So I think he's dangerous, but I don't think he has the same reach that he did. But you know what?
He's still dangerous. He could be discounted.
He could no, absolutely not. But the thing about him that's always been dangerous is he'll tell you he's another Trump in the sense that he'll tell you what he's going to do, exactly how he's going to do. He went on Bill Maher and
I know you say this all the time.
And he went to him and goes, "This is what I'm going to do. How I'm going to do it. This is my plan." And everyone was gasping.
Like you
no, because you brought it up. So I'm telling you, I'm aware of how bad he can't. I'm aware of how bad he could be. I'm aware of how bad he could be, but he's not as big as he was. And this could. We'll see how it plays out. We'll just leave it at that. We'll see how it plays out.
Wait, no,
but no, we'll see how it plays out.
It doesn't mean that he can't get.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We'll see how it plays out. That's what I mean. We'll see. We don't know right now. We're at a crossroads where he could either get smacked down or he could rise back up.
Like the evil guy is trying to.
Complete his plot. But we'll see.
Does he complete it or not?
Bruce
who steps in and stops him?
We'll see. We'll see what happens. We don't know. We don't know which way it's going to go. We'll see where it happens.
Anyway, I gotta go.
You got another 15 minutes. Slow your roll.
We already been.
That's
another thing. We've been going on.
Not long. So and it was
before you were like, so keep these shows to around an hour.
Well, what was I gonna say?
No, you can't.
Well, no. What was I gonna say? Maybe my train of thought. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Bannon with the whole thing. Oh, that's right. I want Biden to go ape shit. I want Biden right now and the House and the Senate to go hog wild and use every tool they have. But the fucking problem is
it's not going to happen.
Those two Republicans, and I call them Republicans, Kristen Sinema and Joe Manchin.
Yeah,
they're fucking Republicans. Years ago, there was a guy named Arlen Specter, and he was a Republican from Pennsylvania that defected to the Democratic Party. If those two fucks flip sides, I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised, because the way you have a country that needs to move forward.
Well, I think that at this point, Manchin, at some point, he's going to be forced to, because
they're going to vote him out.
Democratic voters,
they're going to primary his ass.
Are going to turn on him.
They're going to primary him.
So if he wants to keep his seat, he'll have to defect.
And John Oliver
go
said
to
to everybody,
Republican.
he's fucking everyone. He's folding up the whole country.
No, he is.
I literally they have
Which is hilarious. He doesn't want the clean energy because not
Coal
because
country.
he owns coal companies,
But he wants
and he's indebted to the coal business. Yeah, exactly.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that person. Oh, now hold up. The light bulb. Yeah, you just hit the light bulb on the top of my head. But that being said, he says he's going to get primaried. He's probably looking at it as if even if I get primaried, they'll know that I had their back and they'll make me a lobbyist. Which is what a lot of these guys end up becoming. So the story before we go, the other story was, and this is another example of it was okay when Republicans did it. They're pissed off that they're putting the children on planes to Westchester County, New York, at the Westchester Airport. And who came out on TV? And the guy I voted for him. I voted for him for my county exec.
Once again, people
Rob
trying
Astorino.
to care for these children that we insisted be born. You know that.
Yeah. Well, the Republicans.
How dare them?
The Republicans. This is what I understand. I'm a little confused by this one. Their argument is this: these children are being shipped in the dark of night to Westchester County. Okay, and well, that's it. Well, what's the problem? They're being moved to New York. Yeah, but Trump was moving them to Chicago, New York. He was moving them all over the country, and he was separating from their parents. It looks like the reporting is that Biden is doing the opposite. He's doing secret flights, clandestine flights to reunite them in the dark of night. And I'm like, what's the problem with this? And they keep saying, so now
if they did it in the daytime, Tucker Carlson would be there with a camera.
So I want to. No, he wouldn't do it. He would
know why.
He would send Stephen Ducey. He would go, and he wouldn't. He's not that. He would go like this. So your taxpayer dollars are being used to fly Mexican children.
See these children behind me
to New York, Westchester County, where you and I both live in our mansions. Do you want to see these children being taken on a bus by your mansion?
Care, but I mean,
I already have Consuela. I didn't ask for Consuela's son and daughter, and yet somehow Consuela's son and daughter are now being moved to your house and my house to pick up weeds that Consuela was doing on her own. Paco was doing the work on his own. Did you ask for a Paco son? I know I didn't. Paco's son should be back in Mexico making the tortillas for Taco Bell that you and I both love as tax-paying, God-fearing Americans. I don't mind Mexicans as long as they stay in Mexico and they come here legally. Now, do they know what our legal system is?
I don't understand.
That's not the point. How would they know our legal system? That's not the point. The point is, once they came here, they were criminals. And we need to make sure that we punish them to the fullest extent of the law. They're not God-fearing American humans like we are. They're actually a lower level of human that are subservient to us. And that's the way God intended it, isn't it? I'm just asking questions here. If you feel like I do, that these Mexicans are a blight upon our American way of life, then
again,
why wouldn't you want to stop them? Now, some people from the left would say that we destabilize their governments by taking our excess criminals and shipping them over there. No, they were El Salvadorians like MS-13, and we send them back to El Salvador. It doesn't matter that they were born here. It matters that someone in their lineage was born here. And that gives us the God-given right to send them back and ruin their country of origin. And I think that's America. Now, if you're telling me that's not the American dream to destabilize South American countries and then have them come back here after their populace has been raped and tortured, well, then I don't know what to tell you. We've tried everything to make our country the white utopia that it's always been. Now, if you go to my friends Laura
Ingram,
Ingram,
wear the bow tie. He took that off because it's too obvious.
Fucker Carlson, she calls him. Oh God,
it's too obvious,
dude. That's what I'm gonna do. And also
that's what you should be for Halloween.
With the Tucker Carlson, you have to give him a monobrow. He doesn't have the unibrow, but he's got that like Cro-Magnon thing, like him, and he just goes. I always thought that the United States had God-given supremacy.
You need some kind of weird wig.
Yeah, I do. I need a wig. And then you got to go. I always thought, And you got to have that, and I have the blue contact lenses, and you have to be surprised. I always thought that
he definitely has that that like control of his, like he doesn't. He either doesn't have emotions, or he's very good at controlling them and staying in that monotone like thing.
I don't want to be racist, but I'm going to be racist right now.
Even when other people are yelling at him,
he
doesn't lose his
cool. He laughs.
Right, or he just laughs.
But you know who do the think about it. Who are the top 4 or the top 5 Fox News pundits? You had Bill O'Reilly, you had Sean Hannity.
Well, first of all,
Bill
O'Reilly's gone now.
No. But who are the
just
top?
Like you always say.
No. But Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity,
right.
Laura Ingraham, Tucker Carlson, and I'll even throw in Megyn Kelly. What do they all have in common? They're Irish, all of them. And Irish people do that. They're very fucking smug. When they're insulting you, they smile right in your face, say something insulting, try to get you riled up, and they go, look, he's getting angry. Oh, look at him, he's getting angry. It's like you said with the coyote. You wouldn't want a coyote as a pet because eventually the fucker's gonna bite you. They literally pick these smug fucks because it's right down to their DNA. And this is where I'm being racist. It's right down to the DNA. Their smugness is literally no. I look, Irish people are cool, but they're smug.
Hey, I'm half Irish, dude. We just went through this,
and you're smug too. and they're fucking smug, and all of them. If you watch what Hannity would do, Hannity is smug. Tucker Carlson smug. Laura Ingraham was smug. O'Reilly was smug. O'Reilly had the son of
yeah, but O'Reilly would yell at you.
Eventually.
No, but that's what I'm
eventually.
saying. Tucker Carlson keeps his
because he learned.
Himself.
He learned by watching O'Reilly because O'Reilly came first.
He doesn't freak out. Like
no.
He doesn't.
But
get angry.
Hannity, Laura Ingraham, all of them, they have the same move. They literally they'll tell you the headline. They give you the headline, and then they interpret the headline. Then they get somebody who either agrees with them, or they get somebody who completely disagrees with them. But the Fox way is to find somebody who disagrees with you, who's a mealy mouth, somebody who has no backbone, somebody who cannot defend their position.
Who just fucking melts down when they start yelling at them.
Hannity had Alan Combs, and Alan Combs was a genius, great, but Alan Combs was a mush mouth.
Yeah.
And it was easy for Hannity to pick him apart, even though Hannity wasn't picking him apart. It was just insulting him.
Tonight for Pitbull and Chihuahua.
Yeah. Well, no, that would be a bad analogy because the Chihuahua would bite the Pitbull's nuts and win. It was literally Pitbull and Pug.
Or whatever.
Hey, right. You got the gist. But
back.
That was the thing. Even Family Guy would go, "Excuse me, Sean, I don't think that's right." Right. But they're all Irish. They're all smug fucks. Their entire thing is, I'm going to keep lobbing insults at you instead of addressing what you're saying.
Well, they never do that. That's what I'm saying.
No, in the daytime, Fox has actual anchors,
their actual positions do not hold up to scrutiny.
No, and
at all.
Well, the
very slightest bit of scrutiny. Usually, you can just smash.
Well, no, what they do now, they're smarter than that, Bruce. Now, what they do is like with this whole thing with the kids going to Westchester. They go, "These kids were taken to Westchester in the dark of night," and you go, "Okay, that's right." That is right. Yeah, but what's wrong with that? But we're paying for it. Right, we're paying
for a punchable face.
That's correct.
Tucker Carlson.
That's correct.
I'm not even a violent person, but like his face just makes me want
to
ball my fist.
But that's the point. And you know what?
Punch him right in the fucking mouth.
The guy who runs Fox, I forget his name, Rupert Murdoch, knows that. He knows you want to punch him in the face.
Anymore. He got caught for a fucking
whomever or
chips.
Roger Ailes.
Roger Ailes. No,
Ailes is gone. Rupert. Anyways, they know that
Murdoch owns it.
They know that Roger Ailes knew, or Roger Ailes knew that Tucker Carlson is an obnoxious fuck, and that's why when Tucker Carlson goes, why is it that the vaccinated are being treated so well and the unvaccinated are pariahs?
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. It's
why
anything they can use to divide.
Well, no, but the thing is, they know you want to punch them in the face, and then you go, "Oh man, I'm watching this guy on TV. Isn't he a piece of shit?" And Fox is going, "Yeah, he is a piece of shit, isn't he?" And you're watching him and getting angry, and every night you're tuning. No, but a lot of people do.
I just have seen him over the years.
If you click on a link,
I know who he is.
If you click on a link of his online social media, you do anything, you repost, he's a piece of shit. That helps him. And that's
of course.
And that's the thing. That's why I always use my example of life now is the Doug Redditch method. I think Doug Redditch is a royal piece of shit. He literally is like the crust on the bottom of life. He's
You guys are like the same, like
he's literally
the same coin.
the crust on the bottom of life. I go, you know what I do? I sell furniture, and I had an interesting comedy. I started it up 3 years ago. I went ups and downs. I have ups and downs where now I'm dialing in what I want, and I'm working with Luella Chavez on some scripts for skits I want to do. I like writing. I like writing skits more than I like doing 5 minutes. That's my line in the sand now. That's what I want, and I like doing this. And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I'd rather do impersonations. I'd rather dress up as people. I can't do that on a stage the way I want.
At the end of the day, you don't just do 5 minutes.
No, I understand. It goes, it grows. You get 5, 10, 15 hour. I get that. But I'm not able to build what I want from that route right now.
Right.
So for me, I'm finding what I like. I'd rather be acting.
Cool.
And I'd rather be doing skits, and I'd rather be dressing. I'd rather dress as Tucker Carlson and go, why is it?
Right, I get it.
Or do Alex Jones. I'd rather do Alex Jones and go, let me tell you something.
Right, your greatest hits.
Yeah, no, but that's entertaining, and people like that, and I get feedback from that's positive, so that works for me, and that's what I want. That's what I really want to do, and I'm doing it now, and I'm writing up scripts, and I'm happy, doing that.
Good.
And
you're doing something. That's what I said.
So my thing is that
pick something and focus.
Well, yeah, focus is hard. It's very hard. So, anyways, that's what I like. As far as anything else is concerned, it's entertaining. That's like the old adage. How many people listen to Howard Stern? Well, the people like him listen for an hour. How about the people who hate him? 3 hours. Yeah, it's because it's true. Because you start to get obsessed with watching people because you want to punch them. You want to throw something at the TV. That's ratings. That's ratings. But
that can backfire on you too.
To a degree.
Right there.
Well, yeah, when you start raping your
you
staff.
Ever seen Talk Radio?
Wow.
You should watch that movie. It's really good.
Oh, I've seen that with
the man you love to hate.
Wait, Talk Radio.
Barry, what was his name?
What was that? What was that Jewish guy's name?
Eric Bogosian.
No.
Yes. No, it was Alan Berg was the guy that the movie was about. He was a real life guy. His name was Alan Berg, and he pissed off the Nazis and they shot him.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
And then they made this. The movie is basically
John C. McKinley's in it. Wow.
A telling of that story, but fictionalized version.
And I remember Eric Bogosian.
Yeah, he's the man you love to hate, but it comes back on him.
Oh, he played that cop in Law and Order: Criminal Intent.
He's a great actor.
I remember him. Yeah. He was pretty good.
Anyway, I gotta go, so I got champagne. So thank you. And,
can you get the instrumental of this, Bruce?
I'm going to El Paso. No.
I just the instrumental.
This is our fucking.
We'll make it. Just do the instrumental. I don't know. Just get the.
You could cut off the beginning and loop it.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, what are you doing in El Paso?
I'm going to El Paso now in the beginning of December, and I'm going stringing some other dates around it, so I should be hopefully in San Antonio. I'm going to be in Texas.
It's going to be an awesome show. So Bruce is
December.
going to hold Charlie Lamar's pose, and then she's going to shoot ping pong balls out of herself.
No, we're not going to Tijuana.
It's going to be fucking great. And then Charlie's going to play the ukulele while she shoots out the ping pong balls. And Bruce is going to sit there in a sequin suit and try to call the direction.
This is Vegas, baby.
And he's going to have people hold
it to your hometown.
He's going to have people hold fish bowls, and if you catch it, you win a prize.
I gotta go. So,
Bruce will give you his 15-minute.
For watching, as always, we love you guys. And,
have you cut an album yet?
No.
No. Well, he'll let you.
She has one.
Oh, good. So then you'll get Charlie's album. If you can catch the ping pong ball that she shoots out.
Yet. I'm not sure what I'm doing.
All right. So tonight you're doing
I'm going champagne.
All right, champagnes.
As soon as you let me leave.
All right, get the fuck out of here.